Hello, hello, all you wonderful people out there. I just want to take a second to welcome you to the SKITS Fun House! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm sure you can hear me because while the preview was running for SKITS Origin, I started like clearing my throat and like doing stuff like that. And I was just like, hold on a second. I didn't mute my mic. Everyone can hear that mess. So there you go. I just put it out there. I'm sure like my wife's watching. She's going to be like, baby, you got to mute it. And I'm like, sometimes you just forget. That's just one of them things, you know. Sometimes it's just you're so excited and just want to go live and just want to do your thing. And it's just like, I missed it. But that's just one of the things, man. That's just how it goes. Hey, check this out. We got SKITS Origin. You just saw the preview for it. It's going to be coming up live. I mean, we're going to be putting this thing out there real soon. We're going to be running this campaign. It's going to be really cool. Sign up right here over on Indiegogo if you like. We'll get $5 off. $5 off is cool. You know, get you $5 off just for being on the email list. Or you can go over to the SKITS website. Go to the SKITS website. At the bottom of any of the pages is a sign up for the newsletter. If you sign up on that, you're going to get the email as well, so you can get that $5 coupon, $5 off coupon. So go on over there and check that out. I want to talk to you a little bit about that actually but just say hello. We got Burst Films, we got Black Star. That's my wife, by the way, Black Star. It's going to be amazing. I appreciate it. But that's just how it goes, you know. That's just how it goes. So excited to see this interview. Sweet. Yep, we're going to be having Mog Park on in a little bit. She's going to come in at about 5. I'm going to talk to you for about 10 minutes before she comes on in here. We got Devil Flyer. Hey, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. You know, we're just doing the little warm up before our guest comes on. So thank you for being here, man. We got the SKITS Fun House banner running at the beginning. You know, yeah. Wait. What we got here? Okay. So I just want to make sure. Boom, everything's up and running. So SKITS Origin, that's what I need to talk about right now. SKITS Origin. Just wanted to show you kind of where it came from. You know, like I've said before, when I first got, you know, I first wanted to actually work on skits as a comic book. It was a ways ago. You know, skits first started 20 years ago, but I actually started working on it in 2008. And I was like, well, I've never done comic books. I don't really know much about comic books. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and try doing some comic books. And that's actually what this campaign is about right here, is me taking all that old material and just putting it into a book where I did three floppies and a bunch of other stuff. So I was just going to show you those right quick. So here's the very first one. This is Skits #1, the very first one I ever did back in 2009, I believe I printed this. And I think I printed 20 of them. So, you know, if you're one of them lucky people to get one, I still got like 5 or 10 of them sitting around here. So only about half of them sold. So there you go. This was issue #2. Still got a few of these laying around. It's kind of, oh, let me kind of hold it up there for you. Yeah, so got that. And here's something that a lot of people don't know. This was this magazine called Slam Bang. This is an anthology that came out in 2010, and I actually printed 6 pages of issue #3 of Skits in this. So if you can find this out there, I've tried to look for it. This is the only copy I ever got. This was the freebie from actually they sent to me. But there's 6 pages of skits in here, and that was from the 3rd book, which was never printed. It was actually I put it out digitally, so you could get it digitally. So anyway, all those are going to be in SKITS Origin. Plus I did some online web comics. Web comics were big back then, and so I did a few web comics. Here's like some artwork from some of the web comics right here. Well, actually, I probably should just show this big here. Let me show. Ooh, look at that. So I did these 1-pagers. They're kind of like, you know, Sunday comics. but there'd be I'd put out one a week of those, so that's some artwork from that right there. I wanted to show that. Also, here's a page from, I think this is from the second book. So this is a page from the second book of skits. This will be in Skits Origin. And here is a page from the third book right here. This is pretty cool. So yeah, that's all going to be in Skits Origin right there. So go on over there, sign up for Skits Origin, so we can get you know, so many people in there. I don't know what we're at right now, but we got a few number of people already signed up for it. You get that $5 off. $5 off. That's right. Get that $5 discount. $5 discount on there. Also, go on over to the website. Check this out. Let me share that right quick to just show y'all. We got the website now, man. Go on over there. Check out the website. Boom. Look at there. We got the Skits comic website. We got comic book art for sale from Skits, the Sun Book 1. We also have the comics for sale. We also have original art objects for sale, which is this wonderful thing right here. There we go. This is for sale over there. This one's really cool. This is hand painted, sewn together slipcase for the 3-book journey. This is a really cool item. I really enjoyed making this. We might do some more of those. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's the website. And like I said before, you can sign up for the newsletter at the bottom of every page. Every page has that newsletter sign up. So no matter what page you're on, you can scroll to the bottom and check that out. You can contact us here. You can go over to the videos and news. We always have new stuff up on there, like this show going on right now. We posted that up on there. So, you know, go on over there, check that out. That'd be really cool. What else I got over here? Oh yeah. I mean, while we're on the website here, I mean, come on, check this out. Go over to the website. You know you want them. There you go. Skits the Sun Book 1. Still got the 3-book journeys. Got the individuals if you want just the individual comic. You know, there's all sorts of wonderful stuff going on in this. Look at that. Oh, I'm right to the contents page over there. All right. Got all sorts of stuff going on in there. Different art styles. Let me find some stuff here. Yeah, this is a cool page. Look at there. Double page spread. Really nice stuff right there. Let me see if I find something. Oh yeah, here's a I don't think I do that. Get the light on it properly. Look at there. Yeah, so lots and lots of cool stuff going on right there. And as I can see, I got Mog in the background right now. I think maybe we should just go on over there and say hey to her. I think Mog is ready. I think she's ready. Let me go on. Let me see if I can add her into the stream. Oh, here you come, Mog.
How's it going, man? Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, man, it's going great. How's it going with you? I mean, it's been like a year since I've actually been on screen and able to talk to you. How you been?
Yeah, just been very, very, very busy. But I love all the things that you were showing. It's lovely, especially the last one you said you hand made it like with fabric
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff. That's incredible.
yeah. Here, I'll show it to you. I got it right here, actually. So
Oh, that's what. Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh
see,
my
it's
god.
all sewn up.
Oh my god. By your
So
own hands.
yeah,
Damn. Oh, that is
so
so cool.
yeah, and it's all sealed all the way around too. So it's like it may be sewn up, but it's also sealed, so you can't cut the stitching, except for on this one end. If you cut the stitching on the end right here, you can pull the flap up and you can pull the 3-book journey out of there. It's in plastic inside, so
Wow.
yeah.
Damn, you're good at crafts as well. It's not just painting. It's
Well,
amazing.
funny thing you should mention that I actually work in the craft industry, so you know. That's I develop products for the arts and crafts industry. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Oh, well, thank
amazing.
you. What are you working on there? What it looks
Oh,
like you got some
it's a
watercolor going.
commission I have to finish. Mortal Kombat,
Oh yeah, I know
Jade
Mortal Kombat.
versus Shao Kahn, classic.
Nice.
Thank you. I have to
That's
finish
cool.
this by today.
So
Yeah.
you're on here doing a show when you actually have money to be made?
Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So I got to tell you, man, it's like whenever I see your posts, and you're mainly on Facebook, I found your Twitter, but you don't really post much on your Twitter.
Yeah. I'm
But
trying to work on that.
yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you go on what works best for you. So Facebook, I see you on Facebook all the time, and you and your husband are constantly posting wonderful pictures of food. Okay. Now, every time I see your name or something pulling up in my feed, I'm just like, oh my gosh, here we go. Here's some good food. What are they eating today?
Today, I am going to make a Korean kimchi hot pot.
Nice. Now,
Yeah.
do you make your own kimchi?
Yeah.
Do you do it now? A friend of my dad's, he was in the Korean War, and when he
Oh.
came back, he had a lady that he had married, and really nice lady, and she actually makes her own kimchi, and
Oh,
she told me that the way that they do it is they put it in like jars and they
yeah.
bury it underground.
Yeah.
Now, do you do that?
No way. I don't have ground because okay, dude. Once I tried to make a garden
Yeah.
because I was so gung ho about making a vegetable garden, right? So I started
Uh-huh.
digging the yard, and just only one spade in, bam, I hit the pipe. So after that, no, thank you.
What pipe did you hit?
I think it's like the pipes for the house, like the water running or
Oh,
gas and all of that. And I realized, oh, you gotta be careful when you try to dig the ground. But
yeah, you do. Usually stuff like that is marked. I mean, you're in the LA area, correct?
yeah, LA. Mm,
So, I mean, especially in a big city like that, you would think that stuff would already be marked.
hmm, I don't know. It was a
Well,
house,
usually,
so yeah.
yeah, usually they have like little marks, like or I don't know if you noticed, but maybe the pipes come up the wall on the outside of the house. They come in somewhere, and you're supposed to look and say, "Oh, there's the pipe. It probably runs straight out to the street. I probably shouldn't dig right here."
Oh, okay. I don't know anything. I didn't know anything about pipes until I hit the pipe that day. Luckily, I didn't burst it, so we just
I
carefully
know.
buried it.
That could have been a bad day. I've been in LA before when a pipe will burst on the side of the road and the whole area just gets flooded out. It's crazy because all the cars and people don't know what to do. It's a hoot.
Huh. Wow, you know a lot about pipes. Do you have experience?
Oh my dad, he does carpentry and construction, so I've been around building homes my pretty much my whole life.
Oh, okay. No wonder no wonder you suddenly asked very pointed questions like, "Oh my God, this guy." So yeah. But nowadays, like I mean, traditionally, nobody really, even in Korea, like especially if you live in the capital city Seoul, which is heavily urbanized, you don't really have the space to even dig anything under the ground. So what they do is they just simply have those urns and they just leave it outside. Because in the winter
Yeah.
it's so cold, it's like Siberian winter. We're similar to because we're close to China, so sometimes we get these very cold winters, colder than I would say it's equivalent or even colder than Chicago. Very very
Oh,
cold, extremely cold. So that's why you have those urns just outside. You don't have to dig it into the ground. And yeah, during the summer, put it kind of under a shady area and eat it as much as quickly as possible because it does ferment.
yeah.
So, but I don't know if you're into kimchi or not. But yeah, it's pretty.
I am if it's not too overly spicy. If it's too spicy, I can't eat it.
Mm, you
Yeah.
know. Okay, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I can't handle the spice. My wife, she can, but me, I'm just like, ugh. I gotta taste my food. I can't have my mouth on fire when I'm eating.
Oh, so it's a taste thing for you.
No, it's just a burning of the mouth thing.
Wow. But anyway, dude, you lost weight from last time I saw you. You look good.
Have I don't know. I just think it's the camera, to be perfectly
You think
honest with
so?
you. It's probably better camera, yeah.
Yeah, you look
I,
skinnier. That's good. I mean, I guess.
I'm about the same. I think I'm 165 right now. So
Ah, 165?
yeah,
And you're
I'm
like about what, 5'7"?
5'10".
5'10"? Oh, that's skinny. Okay,
No,
for the height ratio? Yeah.
nah. I should be about 155 to be perfectly honest with you.
What?
Yeah, that's where I should be. When I was in the army, I was 145, so probably about 155 would be about my weight right now, what I should be. That was 20 years ago. I was 145, so
Oh, man, you're in the army?
yeah, for a little while. It was an experience.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is
Wonderful.
what it is. I went in after college. I went to art school, and right after art school, I just was like, I'm gonna go into the army. And then my first day in the army was 9/11, so that was kind of odd.
Oh, it so this that happened 9/11 happened when the first day when you went to the army. Okay.
Yeah, like you sign up for the army, and then it takes about a month to get in, and then you get shipped off, and then you go to where you're going to be stationed for your basic training. So that first day that I got to my basic training was 9/11.
Oh crap. Where was it? Was it Virginia or
It was Oklahoma, actually.
Oklahoma? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was during 9/11. Still hot as hell, and then cold, super cold during winter. Wow, you survived that. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, it is what it is. So
Hmm.
I was wanting to ask you, like, when I was at SCAD, we had a huge Asian population at the college because they do a lot of heavy recruitment from China, Japan, Korea, places like that. And I always like to talk to the international students to try and see like different things, like how things were for them there. Because for me, I was from the South. I'd never been anywhere, down in Florida, Georgia.
Oh,
So it was just really cool to meet people from other parts of the world, that you could talk to. And how long have you actually been here in the United States?
year 2000.
2000.
Yeah,
Okay,
from
so
2000 all the way to
so
here.
So did you come here like after college? No, before college. I'm guessing you came here for college
No,
then?
no.
No?
I came here. I was already in college in Korea, and I was going into an animation school, and it was the first animation school founded in a very prestigious art school. And so they were like so proud, like we are the first animation, blah blah. Blah. And it's probably like a big deal now, even more because they have establishments. But so I was studying animation under there, and then my dad, who was living in San Francisco, he said, "Hey, do you want to come to America and study art here instead? There's more variety and
Yeah.
opportunities." So I say, all right, I'll go San Francisco and do it. I'm the kind of type where I welcome change. Actually, if there's too much stability, I get really antsy. I don't know why. After 2 or 3 years, there's like a really restless stirring. It's like a wind just keep blowing around in my heart, in my head. It's like a tumbling weight, nonstop, like going crazy. I get super restless, and then I just wait for something to happen, and bam, something happens. The first opportunity comes, and I would just move, even sometimes to a different country, different states. Yeah, I don't know why it's always been like that. So that itchiness was coming, and when that opportunity was offered, I came to San Fran, and then that's where I got into college first year. Let me tell you, it was really scary because like suddenly I had to speak a different language.
Yeah.
Attitude was different. Yeah, it was.
Tell me about the attitude, because I'm sure, like, from what I've seen on TV and what I've read, like, in a lot of the Asian countries, it's very traditional, very conservative, and you have a lot expected out of you. So I'm guessing when you come to the United States, that it's there's kind of like a culture shock with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it depends on what year you came from Korea. because the year I came from Korea was when we went through a lot. Korea in itself, the country itself, went through a lot of crisis, and because we went through a lot of crisis, everybody went through a crisis. So it was like just bad things happening one after another. And I came to America thinking these guys don't know what pain is. They don't know. They don't understand what suffering is because I
Yes.
suffer so much. So I mean, my classmates were killing themselves because they just didn't have any money. It was like we were just broke as a country. I mean, it was just that kind of dire situation. So I'm thinking, if I went through this much pain and I come to America, I can handle anything. Because on top of that, the Korean system, education system is very a corporate punishment. Um,
Oh,
and our system is all military. So our education system is all military basis. So imagine from elementary, you are doing basic training all the way till high school.
yeah.
Yeah, so my education system was extremely military. Our punishments were PT, corporate punishments. I mean, like you name it, just crazy stuff. So I thought, hey, you got physically beaten up. You went through PT like crazy, and then during summer camps, you know what we do? We do boot camps.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was in like also all girls.
Yeah,
So it's I mean you talk about a lot of restrictions and discipline, right? So I
yeah,
come from this background. It's like I can do anything here. I can handle this. There's no discipline. I can handle this. And then I come to
yeah.
America, and I realized, oh, it's a different animal because I had to really tone down my edginess
Mm,
because they misconstrue. The first 2 years, I would say, at least the first 2 years, even to this day, I still get corrected. Is ooh, that was rude. I don't mean to be rude, but they said that was very rude. So for us, we're also a very sharing culture.
mhm.
So I'm using like a tool. Let's just say, somebody says holds a pencil case like this, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting next to you, okay? In college, I'm sitting next to you, and I'm using it. And then suddenly I run out of eraser, right? So what I did was, hey, can I have your eraser? And I'll just grab it and then use it, and then here. And then I remember when I did that a couple times, the person or American guy said, hey, that's really rude. This is
Mm,
personal space. You
yeah.
don't do that. So I think the first thing I remember culture shock was learning about personal space. Yeah.
That's very funny because that was something that I kind of had a culture shock when I first moved to Arizona.
Okay.
There's a lot of people from Mexico, Central America, South America, and their personal space is very different because,
Yeah.
like, you'll be, say, you're standing in line at a checkout line for your groceries. If you're an American, you're standing here, and the next guy behind you is standing like 5 feet behind you, just normal, right? Well, it's like in some of the people from South America, when they're standing in line behind you, they're literally like right on you. It's there's like this much space between you, and
Yeah.
you're like, whoa, like, buddy, it's like it's okay, we're going to get through the line. And that was something that I really had to get used to, where it was like they had just a different idea of personal space. It was
Yeah.
like, I'm waiting in a line, I'm right here, there's only this much room in between us. and
Mm.
and I always thought that was really strange. Like, whoa, man, whoa, why are the people like right on top of me?
What did you do? Did you say excuse me and then push them back, or?
No, Southerners aren't really too confrontational when it comes to that sort of thing. More of it, it's kind of like you kind of create your own space by letting the person in front of you kind of move up, and then you kind of move sideways and you put your hands on your hips a little bit, just kind of move around and try to just create your own space, because it's like, dude, man, you're right on me, man. This is freaking me
Yeah.
out.
Mm.
Hey, I just wanted
Interesting.
to just pause for a second because there's a lot of people in the chat, and I wanted to say hey to everybody because I'm sure they're here to say hey to you as well. So we got Avu, Anavu. Is that how you say her name?
Anbu. Anbu.
Anavu. Okay, I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with spelling, so I'm gonna do the best I can. We got Devil Flyer here. I appreciate you for stopping by. Robin Fuller, thank you for being here. Shadow Hawk. Shadowhawk. Thanks for stopping by. We got Short Circuit. Short Circuit, what you
Love your
doing?
name, Short Circuit.
I know, it's awesome. It was a fun movie. Who else we got? We got Rob Fuller. Always wanted to see Chicago, the museums, the architecture. I know I've never been myself. I've been around Chicago, but I've never been in Chicago. So
Ah,
that's
what part
something.
around have you been?
Like I went, I stayed for about 4 days in Springfield, Illinois,
Okay,
which is
okay.
just south of Chicago, and it's a really pretty place. That's where Abraham Lincoln kind of got his start in politics and lawyering and stuff like that.
Oh
So
wow.
Abraham Lincoln's actually buried there, and it's just an interesting place. They have actually an interesting food dish. Talking about food, how we were talking about earlier, they have this food dish. It's unique to that area. It's called a horseshoe. Now, a horseshoe is basically you take any meal and you put it on a bread of French fry or on a bed of French fries. So you got your plate, you put down a bed of French fries, and then you put your meal on top of it, and that's what you eat. So it's like you can have a breakfast horseshoe, you can have a lunch horseshoe, a dinner horseshoe. It's just really, really a cool dish, to eat.
Everything with fries.
Everything with
What
French
can go
fries.
wrong?
Exactly. I mean, that's just how it is.
That kind of
You
reminds
know?
me of when I was in Australia. Me and Mel, when we were going there, always the food was the option was, do you want fries with that? It was fries was like a horseshoe in a way. Everything they eat with
Yeah.
fries.
Oh yeah, you can. Well, see, that was something that I asked somebody when I was probably a teenager. I was like, "Why is it everywhere you go you get French fries?" And then they had to explain it to me. They said it's the steak and potato. It's the steak and potatoes of America. You get you a cheeseburger or a steak, and you get potatoes. So it's like you get French fries with everything because like America's all about the steak and taters. So
But
at
the
least
one thing,
that's how it
sorry,
was
go ahead.
explained to me anyway.
Yeah. But you know what? Back to what you said about the when you were in South America, the personal space thing, standing in line. That one thing, that was a one thing that was a pet peeve for me. Even as an Asian for me, and I grew up in that culture. I like things where if there's a law, you follow the law, man. It just things run smoothly in a way,
Yeah.
especially traffic.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's red light, please stop. Don't go. That's it. So like traffic control is like kind of a thing. But I remember when I was there, they don't really abide by that, and also that frustrated me because now I have to. I like going things by the rules in a way because it's simpler. I don't have to think.
yeah,
But by doing that, now you have to have all your senses alert and just be going one. And the line thing was really a pet peeve. So when I came to America here, that was one of the biggest relief. I do admit that. Oh man, people actually stand in line and wait their turn. This is amazing. I love this. So that was one thing I
well,
loved.
it matters where you're at. Now, I've been to some places where I'm waiting to get into the movie theater, right? Like I'm just waiting to get my time, and then people just keep showing up and somehow getting in front of you,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, they're like, oh, my buddy's up here, and I'm like, really? I'm like, come on, man. And like then you'd be waiting for food, at the
yep.
at the at the counter, and then the same thing's happening. It's like there's like 10 people waiting in line, and all these people keep showing up, all these kids. It's like, where are all these people
I
coming
know.
from?
Yep,
You know?
typical. So I think I just realized right now that the biggest distinction was the one thing I kept on hearing when I came to America from other Koreans that stayed longer than me there, they were advising me, you gotta be more aggressive, man. You gotta speak up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
However, I know aggression. Asia is very aggressive. Like I
Mm-hmm.
mean physical, and then I realized there's a distinction. Like where I come from, the culture, we are physically aggressive. We won't speak it. We won't ever say, "Oh, can I do this?" or "Hello, excuse me." We'll say like that maybe, but we are physically just grab, take, or push, or we're very physically aggressive that way. But
Yeah,
here, I noticed I had to learn the other way where you had to be vocally aggressive.
yeah, yeah,
Like even going to a store, the hardest time was uh, trying to ask for like where is this thing. That was scary. Like I would say, "Excuse me, can you tell me where and where?" I remember just practicing from then on. But yeah, I would say that's a distinction. Western, you're vocally aggressive. East is more like physically aggressive. So
That's very interesting. Yeah, because if someone was to act like you were saying, "Hey, let me get that," and you just grabbed it, like
yeah.
if you were to act like that at like the schools that I grew up in, you'd probably get into a fist fight. I mean, that's just that's something you don't do. Like take it, like as soon as you try to take someone else's stuff, because I know I've been in those fist fights. It's like it happens and it happens really quick.
Mm.
That's tough. Hey, we got a question here. Let me find this question. Here we go. From Verse Films Production. Ask Mog and Anavu are doing a duo art piece. Are you?
We had done one, but not future.
Hmm.
But a duo art piece would something similar to that would be next year. We're working on. We were hired by the same company, a comic company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's doing some interiors, and I'm doing a cover. So maybe in that way we are working under the same. But
Okay.
recently we have done a piece that was a tribute to an artist that passed away. He just suddenly died, very young, and I just created a tribute. I did the line work, and then she
Mm-hmm.
did a beautiful coloring. So all that proceeds we're going to give straight to the parents. So yeah,
Hmm. All
I
right.
think that's it. Maybe now.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Mm. But it's always hard to work with another artist because your vision and their vision is different, right? So,
It is, see, I've been thinking about something like this recently. I was wanting to do one of these. And what I was thinking about is I had Kent Williams and Patrick Reynolds
oh,
do the other covers for my
yeah.
books, you know? And yeah, see, here's Kent Williams
Hmm. I
and
remember.
Patrick Reynolds.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of doing one of these, but having all three of us work on it. I was wanting to, I
Oh,
was, yeah, I was wanting to contact him and be like, hey, how, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, well, how would we do that? I was like, should I do the layout and then I send it to Patrick to kind of do his thing and then let Kent Williams finish it off because he's the biggest name artist on it. So you would think, you probably want him to finish it off. But also at the same bit, it might be like Kent would be like, listen, I want to do the very beginning sketch and then I want to finish it off. I mean, it may be something like that. So I don't know. I was just thinking it'd be a really cool piece to sell on the website.
oh man, that sounds so amazing. I'm wondering because Kent William is a great illustrator,
Yeah,
so maybe I like your idea about doing the layout and then having color it. Maybe the
yeah.
front side is that, and the back side you do another layout and then have Patrick do it. I color it and finish it off. Maybe I don't know.
Well, the way this would be done in the past, like years ago, like 92, 91, there was this poster that they did for Dragon Con. You know Dragon Con, right? In
Hmm.
Atlanta. Okay,
Hmm.
so they did this poster for Dragon Con and it had 6 different big artists work on it. But they broke it up into 6 squares and it was like this big piece of a dragon and stuff like that, for Dragon Con.
Oh,
But they had 6 different artists just pick like a square and work on that one square. And I always thought it was cool, but I was just like, okay, so they just did some squares. Wouldn't it have been cooler if they all worked together and kind of meshed together? So
yeah. Recently, again, Anbu, my friend, she did a three people collab. So so she would do three panels. So they would have to be the exact same ratio. So imagine this piece, one, two, and three. So like
yeah,
all three. And then she did the right wing. The one lady did the middle wing, and then the left guy. So when you put it together, it became a triptych. And yeah, it was a painting. It was a finished painting, but it formed a triptych.
yeah.
The pictures were connected, but all three distinct style. But in your case, your style and Cat Williams and also you said Pat,
Patrick Reynolds. Yeah.
they're all similar in a way. It has that beautiful abstract illustrative quality. I
Yeah.
think it would blend in so well.
See, that's what I thought. When I got those two to do covers for skits, I was like, man, this is perfect because this is exactly how I want the book to look. These are artists that I really, really enjoy that do that type of, I call it like maybe messy illustration, you know, like
Oh
very
yeah.
sketchy and fast and a lot of emotion in it, you know. So for me, I was just like, man, this is perfect because all these guys do the type of work that I want to be represented in the book. It has that type of feeling, you know.
Um, Actually, I actually wanted to ask a question about that because I don't do that kind of art style, and I'm wondering, despite its abstract quality and its, I have this theory that you guys put in a lot of time in the beginning process. Is that true? Like the thought process is very, very.
You know, I can't speak for them, but I will tell you this, that when I got both of them to do covers for me, both of them did really, really nice drawings to submit to me. They did 3 drawings each. Actually, I got 4 from Kent Williams, and actually the drawings ended up on the back of the books.
I know. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I mean those are his sketches for the painting, right?
Wow.
And Patrick, his were a little looser, but they
Okay.
were very detailed in how the layouts were and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that they did a ton of work beforehand to get to that point. And I know just for myself personally,
Yeah.
I I know that my work looks better when I do more planning. The more planning I do, the
Yep.
better the piece ends up looking at the end. But at the same time, sometimes I'll just start doing something and it just turns out awesome, you know? And that's just one of those things where it's just kind of serendipitous, you know?
Mm,
So,
yeah. I want to be spontaneous, but it's hard. Something just takes over and it's like you gotta do like this and this and this. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. Yeah, it's really difficult. What I try and do, I'm working on a few things right now where it's based more on just spur of the moment, where you get the idea in your head and then you just kind of go for it, you know.
Oh man.
And I'm that's kind of the way I want all of my work to be because I just want that energy. But I usually have to go back and go over it maybe like 4 or 5 times, you know, going back and redoing and redoing. So it's really kind of tough, you know. It's just one of those things where you just have to uh, just jump in and see what happens, you know. So
Sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah. I had to manage the household for a bit.
That's fine.
My son is starting to blow the trimming the grass. Are you guys picking up
Yeah,
the noise by any chance? Can
just
you
a
hear
little bit.
the
It's fine. Don't worry
just a
about
little
it.
bit? It's fine. Okay, because if it's
Yeah.
too much, I'm gonna tell him to stop right now.
No,
But
it's barely in the background. You're fine.
it's barely awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, it sounds like she's wanting to do all sorts of future collabs with you. I keep highlighting. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be working on books. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing
Yeah.
that."
You know, one thing as an artist, do you agree with this? It's a lonely job. It's a lonely work,
Yes.
right?
I think that's what drew me to it. Um, Growing up as a kid, I moved around a lot. Like almost every year, I would move to a new place. So I never really had a chance to make a lot of friends as a kid. So for me, I think maybe art came from that, you know, just always spending a lot of time by myself. So I don't know. It might have been a product of my upbringing, to be perfectly honest with you.
So you're okay with the solitary? Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Because
I actually like it. I prefer it, to be perfectly honest with you.
ah, um, I, I do like solitary work, but too much long without stimulation for me, it's a lot. So recently, Anbu started it, but I created a virtual studio, kind of like what we're doing here with StreamYard,
Hmm.
and every day we would clock in and work together. That way we keep on working because now it's almost like an accountability. It's basically an office, virtual office.
Yeah.
And I noticed doing that was very productive.
Hmm.
So I thought that was really interesting. But
I will say this, like when I was in college,
yeah,
I had a few roommates and we were all working on projects, and
yeah,
then you're always going off to places to work on projects. And I really, really enjoyed the camaraderie of having other artists around,
yeah,
be,
I loved it.
because I would see what they're doing and I'd be like, yeah, that's awesome. I got to beat that person. So then
Yeah.
I would just put my head down and just go as hard as I could because I wanted to beat that other person.
Hmm.
Now, one of the problems I have is like I don't really have that anymore, like
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
had that in a long time.
Me
So
too,
it's like
man.
I'm always fighting myself. It's like, I got
Yeah.
to get better than myself.
Yeah. So in a way, thanks to COVID, we started doing these more virtual online presence. And so when I opened up the office, that I think was the biggest game changer. Really, we just we can see each other virtually. What we're doing, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And just talk and draw, or sometimes not talk at all and just keep drawing. But at least we see that you're there. And it's funny because even when I take a bathroom, I don't take breaks. I try to do it as quickly as possible and come back, or even do laundry or dishes or cooking. I try to do it as quick as possible and come back because I know they're waiting. So, or at least I'm thinking, anyway, like you don't want them to wait. So, the accountability thing was really nice, and also sharing information is constant. So I'm kind of like you, where I like being a hermit, but by seeing what they tell me, they dig up the information and they share what's happening this and this in the art world. I can be in the loop as well. So it was just a lot of benefits. Yeah, all around. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say that that type of environment would push me harder because I don't like people being better than me. So when I see people being better than me, I'm like, dang it, I don't want people better than me. Let me get better.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I
you are
have.
competitive. Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my dad, he's one of five kids, and
Uh,
four of them are boys, and the oldest is the sister, and they compete with everything. Like I grew up in that environment where it's like there's no way you're gonna beat me. I'm gonna beat you. It's like I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna beat you. So like I grew up like that. My dad was just like, you got to be the best. You got to beat every. And when you go to work, you got to beat everyone at work. You got to work harder. You got to do harder. You got to work faster. You got to do all those things. So that was really my work ethic when I first started getting jobs as a kid. Where I was just like, like I'd be doing my work and I'd look over at him. I'm like, what, you're still working? You need to keep, it's like, come on, man. I beat you. I'm beating you every day. But most people are just kind of like, yeah, I don't care. But for me, I'm like, I got to be better than everybody. So that's just, I got to work as hard as I can. I don't want to lay around. I don't want someone saying that I slacked off on something. So,
wow,
yeah.
I like that, the competitiveness. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so if I have other artists around me that are like that, oh man, that's when you produce the best work.
Yeah.
And I had friends like that in college, where it's like we'd go to each other's studios, or we'd have a studio together, and we'd be working together. And it was just like bang, bang, bang. It's like
Man, the way you're
keep.
saying already, your face is already like, ah,
Yeah,
like,
I'm just like, yeah. It's
it's
like,
almost fascinating the transformation I'm seeing as you talk, because like I would have never guessed it, because you seem very like you said, oh, I'm a Southern gentleman. Yeah, we don't, you know, I don't say, hey, get off, in the line. I just do it like
yeah.
kind of like this and be polite. And then suddenly we talking about, yo, I'm competitive.
Well,
It's like a
that.
different person.
Yeah, well, when it's people you don't know, you be as kind as possible to them. You treat other people better than you treat yourself or
Of
other
course.
people,
Mhm.
because it's like it reflects on you, on your outward appearance to other people. That's just one of those things. It is a Southern thing. You tell everyone, excuse me, please, thank you, but when you know them personally, that's when you're like, oh, I got to go for it. I just got to do the best I personally can.
Damn. All right. All right.
Well, I think this country used to be like that at one time. Like everyone used to be like that. That's that old work ethic. It's my grandma Siegenthaler. She was the same way as well. Like she worked constantly. She was always working. Her husband died in 1965, and she had 5 kids that she had to raise all by herself.
What?
So she just went out there and did it. She was just like, you gotta work, and you gotta work. That's all there is to it.
She never remarried or anything? She wasn't
No,
interested?
No, I get, I asked her about it one time and she was like, yeah, I could have. And a lot of people were telling her at the time to do that.
Yeah.
But she was just like, she didn't want to because the person she was married to who died, that was her love, you know?
Mm.
And she didn't want anybody else. So she just went out, she got a job, and she just started working from there and took care of the kids herself.
I personally think also secretly she she thrived in the independence. I think she really liked being independent.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why.
I know it was tough, but she also she grew up in the Depression era, where it's
Oh,
like you just pick up your pants and go do it yourself.
mm, yeah.
So
The work ethic,
yeah,
hard
that's
work
what it
ethic.
is.
Yeah.
We got Short Circuit here saying you're correct about that, Michael. America was known for having hard workers. People wanted work back then to survive. And
Mm.
I'll tell you what, like I've been working with Chinese factories for a really long time, and they work hard over there. I
Oh
know
yeah.
they do. Like I deal with them on the phone. I deal with them over calls and stuff like that, and I know that they're super hard workers. But from what I hear, the newer generation is becoming more like America is right now. They're kind of lowing down into this cell phone and video game type culture where it's like they're more interested in their phones and stuff than working. That's something that the factories have actually told me, that it's getting really hard to find the really hard workers in the young people anymore.
I think
So
I know I noticed with hard working parents, um, they want to they go through so much pain, so they don't want their kids to go through that. So they end up, I think they mean well, but I think they spoil the children. And I'm
yep,
talking about not in America here, by the way. I'm talking about Asia.
yeah.
Because I remember the classic response a parent would do: "Don't worry about this stuff. We're gonna figure it out. You just study, and you just study and be a good person." And studying is just sitting down and just memorizing stuff. If you think about it, it's not really. Yeah, it's an easy cush job if you think about it. But
Well,
yeah,
well,
work.
what's funny about that is when I was in school, I was just an average student. Like I'd just get like B's. I was a B student.
Okay,
I
that's
wasn't
good.
very good at I wasn't very good at memorizing things. That was something that I wasn't good at, and I had to learn through connections. Like I had to have some sort of mental connection to things to actually recall it. you know. And then I found out when I was in college that I could memorize things to music. If I just took a beat, I could memorize anything to a beat. And once I got to college, all my classes, I never missed any question. I got straight A's all through college because I just learned how my mind worked. So once I learned that I could actually memorize through music, then everything was fine.
Like no lyrics, just the beat of the music.
Yeah, just music, just like say you got to memorize a history thing. This thing was done in 1792. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He landed in Espanola. So you just start putting those things together, and I could actually run through a list. I would sit there like an hour or so before a test, and I would just go through all my notes. And I just memorize all my notes, and then I would when I got into the classroom, I just recite the song, and bam, that's how I learned. So
That's very cool. That is cool. Wow.
it's It's cool, but I wish I could just learn like everyone else did. You know, when I was in high school, I'd have been a lot better high school student. I was a terrible high school student. All I did was just art, and I just coasted by.
If also high school, you're studying things you don't want to study anyway. In college, you have a choice, so you want to, right? Yeah.
That's true, you know, but I will say this, by when I was a senior in high school, I had 5 art classes, 1 English, and then 1 history class, and that's all I had. Like, I mean, I took I just did all electives my senior year of just art classes. It was pretty easy, you know, to be perfectly honest with you. So I gotta I wanted to kind of go back to you got a book coming out. Oh, that's the one thing I was wanting to talk about.
Yeah.
You got a book on Kickstarter right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
It's a cover.
share that. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me share this. Hold on a
Mhm.
sec. I'm sitting here like, where was, oh yeah, my notes. Here we go. I have to write down notes because I'll just get caught up in a conversation and not remember what I'm supposed to be talking about. So tell us about this. Tell us about your Kickstarter. Oh,
Okay. I think the cover. I did the cover, so that's all I did really.
okay.
These guys are Plan 59 is awesome. Where in a way they think of like back in the days, Pulp Fiction era.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this was based on a movie. I think it was called. It was a. It was based on a movie. I think it's
It's
Planet something.
Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah, it's Plan 9 from Outer Space,
Yeah.
and so it became a cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy, he loves that retro sci-fi, so he's kind of bringing that back, and he's twisting it, of course, by saying Plan 59, Outer Space. But yeah, let's see. Or the cover art I did was, I think it was
It,
I did the line work, and this guy, I don't know
is
which
this
guy.
not the cover that you did right here?
No, it's the one with the lady smashing. That's a really nice cover. I love when they do that kind of animation a little bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't see your cover here. You sent it to me and I put it on the card.
I think
Did they not put your cover up?
I thought that was. I have no idea. I thought they did. I'm very sure. I think that was the first one, but I don't know why it's pixelated. Interesting.
Oh, there
Right
it is.
there.
There it is. It's the 4th
That's
one over
one.
there.
Hmm.
Yeah, the smashing with the hammer.
Yeah, like she's smashing things up. Someone said we passed it.
Oh, did we? Well, keep going. Let me go back up. I see. All right, there's that one. There's that one. That's it. Ah. All right, you're gonna have to get on them. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to play their video?
Let me see if I can share it from my screen. I think maybe
Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
yeah. Oh, someone says show off the video. But go ahead,
All
show off
right,
the video.
I'm gonna show off the video. There we go. All right, so Plan 59 from out of state. So they're on Plan 59 at this point. It's taken them a lot of times to get the deal done here. That's awesome. 58 failed plans. The aliens have finally figured out how to enslave us. A sci-fi thriller comic. That's awesome. So Plan 59 from outer space. All right. Did you find it over there? Did you want to share it, Mog?
I think if you scroll down,
All right, I'm gonna
um,
scroll down. I'm gonna scroll down. Here we
scroll
go.
down a little bit more, scroll down, and then right there, I would say
There you are, right
here it is.
there.
It's
All
called the
right.
Trapped cover, I think.
Yeah, smashing cover.
Yes. Oh, the Smashing cover. Yes, there it is.
Yeah, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Covered by Mog Park. So 20.
Yep.
Man, how many different tiers do they have in this thing?
I don't know. It's.
We got 1, 2,
I didn't
3,
count it.
5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 tiers. There you go.
That's.
But a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. So how'd you get involved in this?
Gosh, that's a long story. I think one day, the guy creator, his name is James. The writer is James Messia. He just contacted me and said, "Hey, can you do a cover for me?" And I said, "Sure," and I did the line work, and it just kind of moved on from then. And then we did the 101 Tales, and since I knew him, I said, "Hey, you want to come on to 101 Tales?" And yeah, and he's the kind of type which he once he gets an artist to work for his work, he will go back to the person. He's very I would say a loyal type, or I'm
Yeah.
not sure. He'll
Yeah,
just keep
loyal.
coming back and ask for more. So
Well, once you find somebody that you can trust, that they'll deliver for you, you keep wanting to ask those people. It's like I could try this person, but I know this person will actually come through and do it on time. So
I think that's what it is. Because whenever he asked, I delivered. So he just kind of, again, the next year comes, say, "Hey, I'm doing another one," delivers, just nonstop. So I mean, sometimes I'm like, whenever I see that, I feel very grateful. Also, I'm baffled because it's just, I don't know, it's just very touching. So yeah.
yeah, well, that's great. That means that people are like your work, or they just really like how you deliver. Right. So either one is a good one. It's a bonus. See, that's actually something that when I would talk to comic book artists years ago, they would say, you don't have to be the best, but if you get the work done on time, you'll always have a job.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah.
I would have to say 9 times out of 10, that is the case. But there's always that one or two cases where they will judge you by the outcome, and
Mm.
they don't use you. But
Yeah.
that's like only one or two cases. So you would say 10 to 20% only, but the majority always they just don't care really. It almost feels like they don't care. I'm not sure what it is, but they're like, "Hey, it's easy to work with you. Here's your job." I like that. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. So you've been on the con circuit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, first, for people that don't really know anything about it, like they might have been to a comic book convention, just explain to people what the con circuit is. Like, what do you do? What are you doing here?
As a vendor, especially if you're an artist. Uh, all right, I'm gonna come get some, man. Definitely.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
So, as an artist, it's a great network. Even if you say, even if you don't want to talk and you're just afraid of people, at least showing up and putting your work on the table. I mean, that
Yeah.
can just by just doing that automatically, you could garner some attention. And if your work is good enough, people will approach you and ask for jobs. It's that simple. So
Really?
it's just see it the con just see it as a big marketing place where you will get more and more gigs. And sometimes, ironically, the interesting thing is even though you might not make profit in that 3 day show, the residue from the effects from that can give you more profit. So say you met a publisher, and
Mhm.
even though there was no money exchanged, the publisher contacts you after and say, "Hey, so can we get the work started?" And then it's like, "Sure." I mean, that's happened a lot of times with me, at least. So don't ever. And I think the common thing is, if you're serious about your work and you want to make it as an artist, please don't go into the con thinking you want to make money like a merchant. You are not a
Hmm.
merchant. In a way, you do need the money and you are a merchant at the end of the day, but don't go there about just selling your wares. Just
Okay.
show your best work and make connections. That's
Okay.
where the
So
focus.
connections, marketing, socializing, that's what it is. It's
Hmm. Yeah,
getting
building
in,
fan
getting
base.
in and meeting people. Okay.
Hmm.
Building. Okay.
But as a fan person who just goes in, it's just a blast. You get to see different kinds of art, and you can buy whatever you like. To spend all that money, man. Spend it. Yeah.
Well, see, me and my wife, we set up recently at the Knoxville, the Fanboy Expo here in Knoxville is about a month ago or so, month and a half ago. And that was the first time we had set up selling skits. And all we had was just the comic books. You know, we had the 3 books and we had some of my artwork for sale. And I knew it wasn't going to be gangbusters just because COVID and, you know, who knows how many people are going to show up. I was like, it's here. We don't have to spend any money. It's just $200 for a table. Let's just go and see what happens, you know? And the show was really dead, but we still made a ton of money. Like we made plenty of money at the show. Plus, you know, I sold a piece of artwork, some stuff like that, but we didn't really meet anybody necessarily, like publishers or anything like that. I don't even know if there was any there, to be perfectly honest
Hmm.
with you. But it would have been interesting to kind of meet some people like that. That would have been kind of cool. But yeah, I haven't actually had, to tell you the truth, when I first started this and I started putting my art out there, I thought I'd have people asking me, you know, hey, will you do some artwork for this, something for that, you know, because I'm going on all these shows, we're selling the books, we're getting the artwork out there. But I've had one person ask, but it never actually materialized. So I've had no one actually come to me asking for any sort of artwork or anything. So I actually thought there'd be more of that going on.
Are you targeting? What market are you targeting?
I don't know, online. That's all we
Mm.
know is just like, you know, we're doing Twitter, we're doing not really Facebook too much. We're just getting started in Instagram, the YouTube channel. But we've gone on a lot of different shows, you know, selling the work, getting the word out there about skits. So I don't know. That's
Oh,
something that
okay.
I thought there'd be more going on, but it hasn't really happened for me personally yet.
When I asked what kind of market, I think I had to rephrase my question. It meant more
Oh,
like,
okay.
are you working in the? Are you looking for comic publishing specifically industry, or books, or just anything?
Anything. Yeah, anything. It doesn't matter to me. I'm my background is illustration and traditional Renaissance style painting. That's where my background is. So it doesn't really matter to me exactly what I do necessarily. I mean, I like books. I like children's books. I like comics. I like publication, advertising, art. You know, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. So.
I think one thing that helped me was doing the fan arts. Like, if I wanted to specifically work in a comic industry, then I would do comic characters and do it in my style,
Mhm.
and maybe have a, I don't know, it could be that.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I haven't done. I haven't done other comic book characters in my own style. That's just something I haven't really looked into. You know, I'm just doing skits, and skits takes up all of my time, so that's what I do. I was thinking actually of maybe doing once a week or once every 2 weeks, just doing a drawing stream where I do a different character, you know, like a Spider-Man, Superman, stuff like that. But I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. So.
That actually sounds like a brilliant idea. Whenever I pass in the comic conventions and I pass booths or vendors in the artist alley, and I see, say, a person only drawing their own individual distinct work, it tells the viewers like me, like, I don't want to do anything else but my own.
Mhm.
So
That's
I'm thinking,
interesting.
yeah. So it's just saying, I love my stuff, and this is it. But if you but I think if you maybe, I don't know, this is just a suggestion. You don't have to take it. But if you show maybe I, in my style, I'm willing to do Batman, blah 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 blah, whatever. I know
Mhm.
it's cliche, but you just show it a little bit.
Yeah.
When I started doing that, people started, "Hey, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me?" So it just came naturally like that. So maybe I don't
Oh,
know.
that's interesting. Yeah, I'd never really thought of it like that. I was just kind of like, well, if I can draw this, I can obviously draw that, you know. I
Mm.
don't know.
No,
But yeah, I
people
guess people that makes sense though. People got to see it, you know.
they can't make the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Interesting.
yeah.
Well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I know that you got this piece you got to finish, and it's been an hour. So, I mean,
Yeah, man.
all I got to say is this has been awesome. It was great having you on, Mog. And why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Oh, okay. I made it so easy that it's become a total no brainer. Okay, you see my name underneath there. It says Mog Park. That's it, guys. Just Mog Park. There's no space really. Just that's my name. It's either Facebook, Twitter, ArtStation, Instagram. It's all the same. Mog Park. Just find me there and get me there. Um, Facebook is right now the most active.
Mhm.
So if you want to, also second would be Instagram. So if you want to message me, please just message me. And as well, every weekend on Sunday, I do a draw stream where I draw things and then we just chit chat for about 2 hours every Sunday. California, my time is 6 o'clock. So come out and hang with me, and then sometimes I actually sell my stuffs there, like right then and there. So you can, or sometimes I do a bid, an auction. It depends on what it is, what my mood is. So if you want to just come in there and hang, if you want an auction or bid on my stuff, it's all there. So
And that's on Facebook that you do your stream?
yep, it's on Facebook. Simple Mog Park every Sunday. But the real place it would be Artist Alley Shopping Network, AASN. But if you can't remember it, don't worry. Also, I shared on my Mog Park Facebook page, so in case you don't want to follow that, that's fine. So there you go.
Sweet. Also, I wanted to let people know. Let me just go on over here. Da, 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 da. Also, go on out there and check out Burst Films Productions, everybody. That's my wife's channel on YouTube. She is doing horror stuff. There's all sorts of stuff for horror. She's doing reviews. She's got films on there. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff. She's got another show that's going to be put up for tomorrow, so go check it out. Go subscribe. She just started. She's trying to get to 100. So go on over there and subscribe to her channel so she can get an actual name for the channel, because that's the thing with YouTube. You have to get 100 subscribers. Once you get 100 subscribers, then you can get a name for your channel. So go on over there and check out what she's doing. She's got all sorts of cool stuff. She did a video every day in October. It was what'd she call it? She called it October. What the heck was it? It was Screamtober. That's what it was. Screamtober. So go check out all those videos. I mean, there's all sorts of content over there. So just go check it out, man. It's a whole lot of fun going on over there. So Mog, I would like to say thank you so much for being on here with me. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll have to do it again really soon. Maybe I can come on over and say hey on your channel if you have some friends come
Yeah.
over or guests
Hmm.
or whatever. But we're always up to doing stuff. And if you need me for like a drawing something, I'll come for that. If you need me for this, that, or the other, hey, I'm there whenever
Really?
you need.
All
Oh yeah,
right.
anytime.
Oh, maybe we can do like a drawing.
Oh,
Have my
definitely.
fans and your fans cross over and introduce each other. That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a setup right over there already. I got the
Mhm.
camera pointing down on the table, so I'm good to go now. I'm all set up, ready to go.
That's your studio. You have an
Yeah.
awesome studio.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is I didn't yeah, I don't think when we did the 101 Tales, I don't think we were in the studio yet, but
No.
this is the studio on the property. I'm actually on the second floor of it. I do all the painting and stuff like that, and we do filming down in the bottom floor. This is just the loft area. I got the drawing table there. This is the computer work area. Got the couch. All the books go all the
Yeah.
way around it, and there's a staircase over there to go down into. But yeah, this is the studio. So
It's so neat. I love it.
oh, thanks. I appreciate it, man. It's cool.
All right. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank
You were
you, Mog.
awesome.
You have a
Thank
good
you.
one. Oh, and thanks everybody in the chat.
Yes.
Thanks
Thank
to
you
them. I mean,
guys.
there were so many people here. I always forget about you. I'm putting you up and stuff. Thank you, chat. We love you, chat. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are
Have a
awesome.
great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, great Thanksgiving, everybody. Eats.